Hello students, in this video tutorial we are going to process some data of IAS officers which is given in the form of dictionary. The purpose is as follows. The following data about IAS officers is some IAS officers is given. See what we are given is a dictionary named IAS. Okay, we have a dictionary which has service numbers of IAS officers as keys 11125, 11126. These are all the service numbers of those IAS officers, and the values in the dictionary are dictionary themselves. All these values are the dictionaries which have three keys, first being the name, the second state, and the third department. Okay, so this is the structure of this dictionary IAS, which is a nested dictionary. The values are appearing as dictionaries themselves. Now what we have to do is to find state-wise number of IAS officers. First thing is to find the number of IAS officers working in different states, state-wise numbers. Then we need department-wise numbers, that is health department, education department, different departments in which the officers work. We want to find for each department how many officers are working. It does not include any consideration of state this time. Okay, two officers, all the officers working in the health department of maybe different states also will be counted together in this. Now you can pause this video here and think how this can be done. Now before discussing the program, we will discuss the strategy that we will be following. For state-wise number of officers, we will create the following dictionary. That is to say, we want to create this kind of dictionary so that we can tell the state-wise numbers. Okay, we want to create a dictionary in which the states are the keys. Maharashtra, Rajasthan, whatever are the states, those states will be made dictionary keys of the dictionary, and the numbers of officers working on those in those states will be the values for those states. Okay, so our goal is to create this dictionary. How will we count these numbers of officers is discussed now. This we start with a blank dictionary. Okay, we create a blank dictionary and look at the data of the first officer and see what state he is working in. Suppose that first officer works in Maharashtra. Now we check in this dictionary, is there a key with key of Maharashtra? No, there is no key Maharashtra. So we make an entry in this empty dictionary, the first entry, which will be Maharashtra. The name string Maharashtra will be the key and value will be 1, because we have found one officer for Maharashtra. Now next we will see the record of the second officer and see which state he is working in. Suppose that second officer happens to be working in Rajasthan. Again, the initial dictionary is having one entry with key Maharashtra and value 1. Now when we look at the second officer who is from Rajasthan, we again check this dictionary. Does it have an entry for Rajasthan key? Obviously it doesn't have. So we again make a new entry with key Rajasthan and value 1, because we have found one officer for Rajasthan. Next we see the data of the third officer. Suppose the third officer happens to be again working in Maharashtra. Now again we look at this dictionary. Again we look at this dictionary and see if there is a key for Maharashtra. So we know that there is a key Maharashtra now in this dictionary. So what we do is to increment the value of that key. Okay, so we make the value 2 for key Maharashtra now, because we have found 2 officers for Maharashtra. Similarly, we go on taking one by one the records of all the officers and see which state they work in, and check this dictionary. If the entry for that state is found in it, then we increment the value for that key, and if and there is no entry for that state, we make a new entry for that state with the name of state as a key and 1 as the value, because that will be the first officer for that state. So this is our strategy. Okay. Similarly, we wanted to create a dictionary for department wise numbers. Okay. Uh, the keys for this dictionary will be the department names like health, education, finance. All these will be keys, and the number of officers working in these departments will be the values for those keys. Now again we will follow the same strategy. We'll start with an empty dictionary and look at the record of the first officer. If the officer happens to be, suppose, say from the health department, then we make a new entry in this with the health as key and 1 as value. Then we check the data of the second officer, and suppose he happens to be from education department. Again we come to this dictionary and see that there is no entry with key education. So we make a new entry with education as key and 1 as value. Then we go to the third officer's data and see if he to see which department he works in. Suppose again that he works in health department. So we check this dictionary, is there a key with health? Since it will be having a key health, so we will increase the value of health from 1 to 2, and in this manner we will process the data of each officer and see which record, which department he works in, and look if that department is appearing in this dictionary as a key. If not, then we make a new entry with the department name as key and 1 as the value. Otherwise, if it is found in that dictionary, we increment the count, that is the value for that key. So this is our strategy. Now this is the program. Okay, this is our program. The following data about IAS officers is already given. That is the dictionary IAS is already given. This is the main program. Okay, you can look at this dictionary. This is the dictionary. Service numbers 11125, 11126 are appearing as the keys, and the data of the officers is appearing in the form of dictionary. Now what we do is see, the most important part of this program is this function key wise numbers. Look at this function key wise numbers. This is the function which is the most crucial part. See, first look at its arguments or parameters. Okay, it takes 2 arguments. First is a first is named dict2d. Well, this name indicates that it should be a dictionary which is 2-dimensional. Now 2-dimensional dictionary means a dictionary which has its values in the form of dictionary. Okay, which is called a nested dictionary or a 2-dimensional dictionary. So this is the name of the first argument. Okay, and then the second argument is the key. The second argument is the key. Okay, this key argument will be the key for which we want to find the number of records for that key. Okay, suppose when we'll be looking state-wise numbers of officers, then we'll be supplying the key state to this key. Okay, and dict2d will be supplied this dictionary IAS. Okay, so this is how the arguments work. Okay, now so it's explained here as dict2d is a 2-dimensional dictionary which has key as a key in inner dictionary. See, this is the inner dictionary and it has a key state. The state will be input in this, will be passed in this key argument, and dictionary IAS will be passed to this dict2d argument. As you can see, when this function is called, we are passing IAS as into the variable dict2d and passing state when we want to count the number of officers state wise, then we pass the key state. Okay, so this is the definition of the function. Now we see how this function finds the number of officers for that key. How does it work? Okay, so as we said, we start with a blank dictionary. So we start with a blank dictionary and name it key numbers. Okay, now key numbers indicates that this dictionary will be storing the number of items found for different values of the key being searched. Okay, now this is the blank dictionary. Now we start with this loop for O in dict2d. Now O is just a random variable name, nothing special with that. So so what happens is that what O gets assigned, actually O refers to officer here. Okay, see, when we run a loop like this on a dictionary, we get the keys of the dictionary in the loop variable. So the keys of this IAS dictionary, since this is IAS dictionary, will be passed in dict2d. Okay, so this loop will be running on this IAS dictionary. So the keys of this dictionary are the service numbers of the officers. So O will be getting the service numbers of the officers one by one. Okay, first O will get 11125, then O will get 11126, and so on. Okay, so now what happens in the loop? Now we look at what happens in the loop. First of all, we find the what is the value for the key being searched. Okay, see, we have in O the service number of the officer. Okay, so when we write a dict2d square bracket O, it gives us this dictionary, the value dictionary, which is the inner dictionary. Okay, when we write dict2d square bracket O, this part, we are talking about this part right now. This part uses this dictionary, the inner dictionary, for that value of O. Okay, and when we again write square bracket key, that means we are finding the value for the key passed in this argument key. Okay, so when finding state, will be supplying state to this key argument. So what we'll get is the value for state. Okay, so understand that what will be in the variable kval is the entry here. Okay, because O will get this value first of all, and dict2d square bracket O will give you this complete dictionary, and finding and writing square bracket key will give you this value Maharashtra, because key has the value state. We are going to supply the value state to this key variable. Okay, now so we have seen that k value will have the values of states like Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Himachal Pradesh. All these values will be coming to this k value variable. Now what we do, we just see if that k value happens to be in key numbers or not. Okay, this is as per we discussed our algorithm before starting the program. Okay, so we see, suppose k value has the state Maharashtra. So what we do is we look in this dictionary, the empty dictionary, whether it has an entry for Maharashtra. So when it is empty for the first record, obviously it will not have an entry with key Maharashtra. So what we do in that case, if the Maharashtra not in key numbers, this is the effect of this statement, then what we do is make an entry in key numbers dictionary with key Maharashtra. Okay, see, Maharashtra is in this variable k val. Okay, so what we are doing is creating a new entry with the value Maharashtra and setting 1 as the value of that entry. Okay, so effectively, as a result of this, we will be having an entry like this, Maharashtra with value 1. This will be the effect of the processing of the first record. Okay, else means when this key value happens to be already in this key numbers dictionary. Okay, see, what was the condition we tested is if k val not in key numbers, when this key value is not found in this key numbers dictionary, then we made a new entry with value 1 for that key value. When we actually find that this key value is already appearing as a key in this dictionary, then what we do, we just increment the value for that key in this key numbers dictionary. Okay, see, key numbers square bracket key value, and we are writing plus equal to, that means this gets assigned one more. Okay, 1 is added to its current value. So this loop keeps on repeating for all the officers of this IAS dictionary. Okay, right. So, and finally this key numbers dictionary is returned. So this is how it works. When so we call this function 2 times. First we want to find state wise data, so we pass IAS in the argument dict2d and state the state key as the key being searched in the key argument. Okay, and then the result is being stored in a variable named statewise numbers, and we output the finding of this function by printing statewise numbers and followed by the complete dictionary, which is stored as statewise numbers variable. Then again we reuse that function once again. Okay, but this time, since we want to find department wise numbers, we supply the value department in the key argument, and same IAS dictionary is passed, and the result is stored as department wise numbers, and we output the result of the function as through a print statement with printing department wise numbers followed by this argument department wise numbers. This is the complete working of this program. Thank you.